Lord, thank you. I've had to stop playing the music early because if I record that, then they won't let me post it on YouTube. That's why there's a couple of videos missing. I've got to go back and edit those and cut out the music part of it. I mean, I don't know how they know. How do they know that there's music playing in the background of my video? Very smart. All right, if you haven't already, and you haven't, because there's only 5 of you have. Oh, we got a couple people in the waiting room. Come on in. All right, I think we've got about 25 or so in the meeting. Okay. Guys, if you're just joining us, I'm putting the attendance link in the chat. Please do it now. We got 25 students in the meeting. I need this number to be 25 or more, because I know there's for some reason a couple of you put yours in there twice. I'll do that if you can help it. But please make sure you're using your first and your last name if you include some type of nickname that you like to be known as. The Gunslinger was one I thought was kind of funny. And I'm a Stephen King fan, so Dark Tower, if you've read that series, which I'm assuming whoever the Gunslinger was. All right, I've got a couple more we're taking here, and we're gonna really get going because I got a lot of stuff I want to do today, and I don't have a lot of time to do it. All right. Hey, get everybody in. Okay, all right. For last time I put in the chat, the attendance in the chat, please click it, fill it out. We've got 27 in here. So let's get this number 27 real quick. Let's see how everybody's feeling. Third are sleepy, third are happy, a third just about are ready to work. I always get this wrong if they get sick. Gosh, a third of you are sick. What is COVID? Nope, thank goodness, not so much. All right, y'all keep doing that. Fill out your attendance. Let's talk about homepage. I've always got a list of things to do, and this is my lesson plan. And it's also on a big piece of paper that has around it arrows and other words that go, oh, and add this and don't forget this and all that good stuff. So it's a plan literally within the plan. So DBA, let's look at this. So you got a DBA review sheet. Today, I'm going to ask you to fill out this DBA review sheet while we go over this information and while we talk about what's going to be on the DBA. And so you have this DBA review sheet to bring with you. In addition to this DBA review sheet, today while we are, I'd like for you to make a Jamboard. And when I say you make a Jamboard, I mean like you make a Jamboard. Make a Jamboard review presentation to share with me. So you're going to just make a Jamboard, and this is going to be part of your DBA. And if you've got it done already, it's going to be your DBA is going to go really quick. I want you just to show me a few of these different ways that artists use these different elements to quickly show me how they create art. How can an artist make pattern? Okay, and what is it? Pattern is repeat use line shape. Okay. We don't have a lot of these to talk about, but I wanted to see some demonstrations of some of these elements or principles. And it won't have to be all of them, but I'm going to look for about 5 or 6 of them. And the idea being, I want you, it's a demonstration of competency. Now, if you've got a PowerPoint like this, I mean, a Jamboard like this with 5 of the elements, principles demonstrated, you'll be good to go. Come on in to the DBA. Otherwise, you're going to pop one open right then, or I'll have one open that I can share out, and you can just show me right then and there real quick. But it'll go quicker if you already do a Jamboard. Do you have to use a Jamboard? At least 4 or 5 elements, 5 or 6, I should say. At least a minimum of 5. Minimum of 5, I should have said. Minimum of 5. I won't say that word again, but 5. The attendance link, guys, is in the chat again, by the way. And so do you have to use Jamboard? I would like the Jamboard because it's just really easy for me to look at. You can share it out, and then I get a little email, go, oh, they share it out, and I can click on it and look at it, go, okay. And then, actually, you don't even have to share it out till you really get to the meeting. And then you can just pop it open and share your screen and say, look, this is what I've got. Now, if you've got yours saved in some other way besides Jamboard and you put it on something else, if you use Chrome Canvas, Yeah, that's fine too. I just want we're going to have this one's going to be a little different. Trying to get a little further into that, how our brain works. It's not just about definitions. Now we're going to look at how artists actually create these things. And so I'll go back real quick to the homepage. So you're going to create a Jamboard or some way to demonstrate to me your understanding of it. No less than 5 of the elements or principles we're going to talk about today. You're going to have this is going to be this little DBA review will be today's review. And so if you don't do well on your DBA, I'm going to say go back and look at the review. You'll click and watch this. Once you finish your DBA and I say, hey, once you complete it and you've got an A, I want to give you the code that lets you take the summative. And then at that point, you can just click here, enter the date and the time that you came to the DBA. And then, so we'll look at the review sheet. This is the review sheet. If you click on it, it brings it up. So these are the things that we're going to talk about. We're going to look at in the DBA, and I'll show you exactly how we're going to talk about it in just a moment. We've discussed the way the artists tell stories through their artwork. We looked at Faith Ringgold. You're going to need to we're going to need to explain how do artists tell stories through art, create an original art of work using pattern. In other words, demonstrate the use of pattern. You don't necessarily have to create an entire narrative story, but you're going to be able to demonstrate. And that's a for instance. We looked at numerous ways artists can use the element of line. You're going to be able to identify and describe how artists use line, explains how line creates value. So again, that goes back to that Jamboard I was showing you. This might be as simple as how line creates value. Does that make sense to everybody? Does everybody understand what I'm talking about? See how this is going to work. When is this due? So when is it due? It's Monday through Friday of this week between 9 and 11 is when you will come for the DBA. Okay. The only things that are due that you're going to literally turn into me, okay, are going to be when you come for the DBA and we have the live conversation. I'm going to tell you the code for you to go take the summative. Once I tell you that code, you have gotten the A on this test. You'll go and submit your date and time. That lets me know you took it and when you took it and you got 100%. And I'll check my log. And once you have that code, you can go then and take that summative assessment. That's all that you're going to be responsible for turning into me. The DBA review sheet is this is here for you to understand what we're going to talk about and have on the test. Does that make sense? The review sheet isn't working. What happens when you click on it? Should be a docx. It is a docx. It opens my homepage. Okay. Well, I just clicked on it and it worked. Okay. Says it's disabled. Okay, let me try this again. I don't understand it. All right, let's try this again because right here it is. All right. Guys, I'm gonna do this in real time. I apologize. I don't know why it's not working. It should link directly to that file now because it's in this. Okay, guys, if you will refresh your homepage and then click that and see if that's working now, I'd appreciate it. Ariana, don't worry, my computer dies all the time. I'm like, how did it become unplugged? I didn't even know. Is it working? We need an hour-long class. It's still not working? Okay, all right. Let's do it this way. Hold on. I got it. I got this. Hold on. We'll do this old-fashioned way. This is how old people do things. So I know there's a better way to do this, but this is how old people do it. So I'm opening that up. Let me see. How can I zoom out? Okay, let's see. All right. I know there's laughter going on in the chat as you all watch as I struggle to oh, what happened to it? All right. Here we go. I always say the things as AAA111, so they stay at the top. Sometimes I'll have a whole string of AAAA 1111 files. Okay. All right, let's just do it this way. Okay. Wait, let me hit save. This will be giant. It'll take it most of the page. I'll fix it later. So just right click and you should be able to right click and save that image as, and you can just save it as an image. So we're good. All right. Excellent. Okay. All right. So here we go. We're going to look real quick. Shape, again, looking at how shape is used as in geometric and organic form, but also how artists use shape developed from the gestural drawings and that sort of thing. We looked at Monet, Degas, and the way they looked at and using the idea of space. How artists create perspective, that depth in space. We think about one of the things you're probably going to want to be able to do is demonstrate how value can show the transition from 2-dimensional to 3-dimensional, how we go from shape to form, how we use value to do that. And if you saw in that example I had on my Jamboard, as simple as kind of showing the dark to light in a sphere. And that's, if yours, I did this one obviously about 8 seconds, or a cube, something like that. It doesn't have to be complicated, but I just want you to be able to demonstrate and understand how that works. Look at the works of Andy Warhol. Thinking about color, we looked at Chuck Close. Think about how artists mix color. We did the complementary primary mixing. If you mix 2 complementary colors, remember we got that those neutral colors. You need to know about analogous colors. Analogous colors are colors that lay right next to each other on the color wheel. You're going to need to know about the complementary colors, opposite on the color wheel. Tertiary colors, if we mix a primary with a secondary, like red with orange, we get red orange. Red orange is a tertiary color. So you want to have a working understanding. And then how do artists use, why do they use in this way? How do they use in this way to create things? And we're going to talk more about that in just a second. The elements of art, can't create art without the principles. So we talked about several of the principles of art, like emphasis, focal point, the harmony, use of harmony. We've talked a little bit about the use of variety and how that plays into it. We're going to talk later in the last part of the semester about more about balance and movement and that sort of thing. When it comes to the principles of art, that's when you're really going to need to know how, because the elements of art are more identifiable. You can, oh, that's easy, that's color. Square is a shape. When we look at principles, it's really how do artists create emphasis using like shape, for instance. So this gets us to what your DBA is going to look like. When you come into your DBA, okay, I'm going to simply ask you to choose a work of art. And I'm going to say, choose any one of these pieces. Tell me, describe the piece. You could say, it's the Andy Goldworthy one. It's a bunch of stones piled together here that makes a little black circle in the middle. Okay, you're going to describe it. And you are going to, and I might say, choose any one of these works of art and tell me how the artist created value, for instance, or used value to create emphasis. And then you could, again, you might, talk about how Andy Goldworthy used value here, the light to dark transition to create a focal point. That's part of emphasis. But I've got several different types of images. So how you recognize how an artist uses an element might be different than another artist. That's why I love DBAs, because there are lots of right answers. There's a right answer in every image, just about. But it's up to you to find that answer and explain it. That's why I like DBAs. I can very quickly, in about 4 or 5 minutes, recognize if you understand elements of art, principles of art, and how artists use those so much easier than I can on a multiple choice question test. However, because we had a summative multiple choice test also, it's not a long test. It's a 10 question. I didn't code it in Scratch. Well, I did code it in Scratch, but I think it's easier, and probably I had a student test take it, and he goes, is this for kids, like little kids? I was like, okay, I get it. I'll do regular multiple choice plus. The elementary kids like the Scratch stuff, little games, I guess, but you all are used to doing it the regular way. So it's just a more standard, quick, easy multiple choice assessment. It's going to ask you, it's going to have every single question. The answer is a choice of 4 images. And you're going to choose which of those 4 images best represent or exemplify a particular element or principle of art. So I really like this particular assessment, this DBA, because I think it's very reflective of what you've come together so far. And so, and it's you're going to do things with it. So let me go real quick over the DBA. Just explain between 9 o'clock today, this morning, and 11 this morning, or Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday or Friday of this week. You can come between 9 and 11 and take your DBA. It's going to be a live conversation with you and I. And when you come, you're going to either have with you a little, I'm going to call it a portfolio, a Jamboard portfolio of at least a demonstration of, a demonstration of at least 5 different elements and principles. Hey, look, I know how to make value real quick. If you don't, I'm going to have a Jamboard open. I'll share it out with you, and very quickly you can do those in real time and show me. I'm going to ask you about probably 4 or 5 different elements and just say, hey, how or principles, and say, choose one of these and tell me how the artist used pattern, and you're going to pick one and tell me very quickly. And so it won't take very long, but the more prepared you are, the quicker it will go. Let me do. Okay, so essentially that's also going to be like a visual review sheet, the Jamboard, because if you had all 10 of them, it's going to be really easy to understand. You can pop them in there. So, I said 10 of them. There's like really seven elements, and really, I guess 4 or 5 principles, but roughly 10 things. If you had those 10 major things demonstrated, you'd be good. All right. So when I say a portfolio, it's not something you're going to turn in. I said that Jamboard. I shouldn't use the word, the Jamboard. Or you could use Chrome Canvas. Just you're going to have 5 images. It'd be nice if you came in with them. And I'll show you this Jamboard again that I use as an example here, so you can see what I'm talking about. Boom, boom, boom. right here. And so you might have something as simple as this. Hey, look, I showed pattern. Hey, look, I showed value. Line creates value, you know, and three others. But they don't have to be complicated and they don't take long. But it'd be really nice if you ever had them because here's how the DBA is going to work. I open the window up at 9 o'clock. Today, there'll be like 10 of you at 9 o'clock. And that's okay, but you're going to have to wait in line a little bit. If I were you, I'd wait till 9:05 or 9:15 or 9:25 if you could. But everybody show up at 9. And so you may have to wait a few minutes. And so if the more prepared you are, the quicker it is for you and the quicker it is for everybody to get in and out. Some of you have class at Ariana, some of you have math class right now. Ain't that the pain? Yeah, I know, at 9. And so that's why it's open to 11. You can come at 10 or 10:30. I would just say a lot of people come at 9. And so, yeah, that's it ends at 11. But most everybody has time between like 10 and 11 is often pretty popular time with 7th graders. I also do elementary and high school, and DBA time is DBA time for everybody. Everybody's is 9 to 11. So I make the same speech to everybody. It's still 9 o'clock is when everybody ends up coming. Maybe I'll skip another class. I don't know. Don't skip class. But between 9 and 11, whenever it is, and language arts tutoring at 10. Well, it's not every day. The DBA is open 5 days a week. Yeah, so I've checked with grades, and everybody has time blocks in there between 9 and 11. Yeah, sometime during the week when you can come in. The reason I don't schedule blocks of time, like when I've only got this 2-hour block, and if you are miss yours or you come in late and then it pushes everything off on schedule, and where I've got elementary, middle, and high, that's hundreds of kids to schedule, and it's just not really possible. The other thing is, you don't always know what your schedule. It'd be nice if you all knew exactly you can be there Wednesday at 10, and then your Zoom doesn't crash. So this way, you just come when it's all working out for you and everything, and when you're ready. Okay. Listen, guys, before you go, I want to show you something. If you have interest in making, oh, wait a minute, let me do this one last time too. If you have not done the morning attendance, this is going to paste that image, isn't it? Hold on. Oh. If you've not done the attendance, please do that. There's still a couple of people that haven't done it. If you go to Sketchpad 5.1 or just type in Sketchpad, Sketchpad is a place where you can make, this is not the one I like. I don't want to go back. I don't like this one. I like 5.1. Everybody's got their different, they're the same thing. It's just, if you can see, I like this. But if you all have any interest in making digital Valentines, send them out to teachers, friends, that kind of thing. You think, oh, last minute, I don't want to go out and spend much money on Hallmark stuff. I like this program because it has a lot of pre-designed shapes. It's really easy to come in and fill find a heart. Yeah, and if you need to go on. If you don't have any interest in learning how to make Valentines, that's fine too. But it is Valentine's Day, so I wanted to show you. I like to just fill my background on stuff with some images here. And again, you can do not just different like different styles of color. You can do solids as well. And then it's also got this, which is lots of clip art. So you can include lots of clip art. Let's see what I've got roses in here. Yeah, look at it. I got roses. Ooh, look at there. I'm gonna put some roses down here. You can include all kinds of stuff. They've got all kinds of neat stuff. And then you can include text. They have several different text features. Let's just look for the file. Ooh, I like these. There we go. That's nice. And so, you can add images however you want to. Let's make a little bouquet of flowers here. Okay, and then text. If you want to add text. All right. All right, there you go. And then you can also change the font over here. They got lots of different fonts. I like something kind of cursive-y. Let's go Bible swoosh. Oh, what did I do there? Oh, well. All right. Well, you see how it works. All right, guys. Have a great day. Use Sketchpad 5.1. And then, well, once you get it done, you can simply go over here and to export. You can export it as a JPEG and then send it out in an email, that sort of thing. You can also save it as a PNG and then just send it like you would anything else. All right, bye, guys. Have a great day. Happy Valentine's Day. I'll see you all at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, whenever you get here. Not 11, 10:50. Bye, guys. Bye, all. Have a good day. Yeah, I don't know what else. There's like 2 or 3 things that go on right now at 8:30. I don't know what they are. I know some of you got math stuff going on right now. I think some of you have math stuff going on. 27 responses. That's not everybody. Somebody still needs to do an attendance. Yeah, I don't love it. The Bengals lost either. I think that person's already left, but yeah. Yeah, the weather's been kind of, I don't know, a little cold. All right. Bye, guys. Any questions, comments, or snide remarks? Put them in the chat. Now, there's a couple of you I know are still awake. What are you doing here? I know there's probably 2 or 3 of you that are sleeping. I would be sleeping. All right, questions, comments, snide remarks. If not, I've got a planning meeting I need to do before I open the meeting back up again for the DBA. Anything anyone needs? All right, going once. Going twice. Bye, guys. Have a good day. Happy Valentine's Day.